Cam, Paul Gallen a little earlier this morning said he isn't exactly feeling as confident as you'd probably imagine a Blues Origin captain to say. After 7 years of losing, after 7 years of winning, are you confident going into this week?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're confident. We've got a great football side once again, and preparation, although it's been a little bit disrupted this week, it's been pretty good when we've had field sessions, when we've had our meetings. It's been quite thorough, but we're confident with the way we've prepared this week, and we've come down to Sydney early and to get settled in, and it's been a good couple of days. So got one more session tonight, but as far as we're concerned, our week's been pretty good.
How's Jonathan today? Virus?
Yeah, look, Jonathan's still a little bit dusty. Mal's going to give him an opportunity to have a run with us today. I'm not too sure whether he'll be doing the entire session, but he looks like he's on the mend, so that's a good sign for us. But we'll see how he goes with the session today, and hopefully he'll be fit to go tomorrow night.
How about Darius?
Yeah, he's surprisingly getting better every day. When he first came into camp, we all thought that it was going to be a pretty long shot for him to play, but he had a one training session with the team before we left Queensland, and he got through that okay. So he needs to get through this session well tonight. They're going to put him through his paces tonight, to make sure he's 100% fit. But we're lucky. We've got Justin O'Neill there that's trained with the team all week, and he's trained really well. So if Darius doesn't come up well enough, Justin will be there tomorrow night.
If there were concerns over Ben Teo's mental state, would he be alright?
Oh, he's fine, Ben. I know he's going through a difficult time at the moment, but his mental state at the moment is really good. He's really positive towards his preparation, and come tomorrow night, I think there'll only be one thing on his mind, and that'll be to play as best he can for our team. The good thing about being in camp is that he's had a lot of support from all of his teammates and the coaching staff and the administration. So I haven't seen him with his mind not on the job all week. So that's a positive sign for us.
Do you feel extra pressure having won the past 7 going in?
Oh, look, there's always more pressure, I think, on us, given that we've won 7 consecutive series, and I think it comes from expectation, really, from the public and people in Queensland, and we have an expectation on ourselves to play well as well. It doesn't matter that we're playing 2 down in Sydney, and that we're playing against a very good New South Wales side. We expect to go out and play well, and so it is a little bit of pressure, but we've handled that in the past really well. We've got some experienced players in our side that have been around for a long time and been a part of this great side for a long time. So I think we'll be able to handle that pressure tomorrow.
New South Wales have been made favourites for this game. That must be music. New South Wales are favourites to win this game. That must be music to you guys' ears.
Look, we haven't even looked at the odds or favouritism or anything like that. We always know that it doesn't matter who's favourite. It's always a pretty tight game, and particularly the first one, it's always separated by a try or a couple of points. So if we were favourites, or as you said, we're not favourites, it doesn't really bother us as long as we go out and to play the best we can tomorrow. That's really all that matters.
It's been one of the friendliest build-ups to an Origin in quite some time. Have you found that? You haven't been many miles to grow yet?
No, it might be because the 2 coaches are really good mates. I think that might be why, but I think each team has just been concentrating on their own preparation. I think maybe that's why, and it hasn't been too much played out in the media. And I think it's good. Everyone can just worry about the game at hand, and we've had our own, as I said, our own worries with Darius being injured coming into camp. Jonathan being a bit crook. So we've had our own things to worry about. So, but we've taken care of that, and hopefully that preparation is good enough for tomorrow night's match.
Cam, there's been a bit of talk about the ageing of the squad, and Mal bristled at the Dad's Army label yesterday. It's one of those blokes pushing 30. What's your reaction to that?
I just think if you're still playing good footy, it doesn't matter how old you are, really. If there were guys out there, playing better footy, or Mel thought that there was guys that were younger that could do a better job than us, then they'd be here. So look, the Dad's Army tag. That's a bit of fun, It's it's fact, isn't it? There's a couple of guys 31 already. I think Ash Harrison's 32. There's a few of us turning 30 this year, but I don't feel that old. I don't feel 30. I'm still playing footy and I'm running around with some young guys up there. So inside, I still feel like a young guy, and I'm really enjoying, playing for Queensland and still playing State of Origin footy.
Given Mitch Pearce and James Maloney are teammates at a club level, has that made analysing and predicting what you think they may bring to the game a little bit easier?
Well, it hasn't made it easier. I think they've got a really strong combination at club level. It's shown with their performances and the results that the Roosters have had this year. Those two guys are playing really good football. I think if you look at our side, the combinations that we have, myself and Billy Slater and Cooper Cronk, that only makes a team stronger, I believe. So we've had a bit of a look at their halves pairings and the style of footy they play and what we need to do to try and minimise the impact they have on the game tomorrow.
You'll also have that in the back row as well. You'll have Fafita, Lewis, all teammates. Does that make them more dangerous?
Oh, look, I think they understand each other's game really well, and we know what those three guys are going to bring to the game. They're aggressive ball runners. They like being involved in a lot of the stuff going on in the field. They enjoy having the ball in their hands. So we've got a idea in mind of how we need to go about things on the field, and we know we're in for a pretty tough night defensively. So we've prepared that way, and hopefully our defence stands up.
I guess Ryan Hoffman as well. You know him pretty well.
Yeah, look, Hoffy's a great player, and he's been playing probably the best football of his whole career this season. I thought he was pretty unlucky not to make the Australian side, to be honest. So he's definitely a guy that he's going to give him a lot of stability on their left edge, but he's running at a guy that plays with him every week, Cooper Cronk. So hopefully he knows a few of his tricks and a couple of the lines that he's going to be running, and we can sort of sort him out.
Again, if you don't win tomorrow, how much harder does that make your job for the next team?
Oh, well, it's always harder when you lose the first one. It's we've only got 3 games, so. But we're not thinking about that. We're not thinking about losing or what's going to happen if we're 1-0 down. We're thinking about getting out there and playing our best football tomorrow. And if we do that, then I believe that we're a really good chance of winning the game. You look at last year, possibly the worst series we've played overall as a team out of the 7 consecutive series, and we still won. So for us, it's about making sure that we play our best game straight up. We need to do that. We've learned from the past that it's sort of hard when you lose the first one and trying to make it up in the last 2, particularly when you're playing 2 down in Sydney. So that's definitely hard. But we're not thinking about the next game. We're just worried about playing well in this first one.
Having won so many in the past 7 years, do you think the fans are getting bored at all?
I don't think they're getting bored of winning, no. I'm yet to come across a fan that gets bored of their team winning. You only need to look at the support that we have up in Queensland at the moment, and the last 3 series we've had some regional trips into regional towns in Queensland, and they come in their thousands. People drive 5 or 6 hours from surrounding towns to come and say good day and get a photo and wish us all the best. So to answer that, no, I don't think they're getting bored at all.
Have you ever found yourself feeling a little bit for the New South Wales fans? Have you ever stopped and thought about that?
No.
You just said last year was the worst performance you guys as a team in the 71. New South Wales claiming that was the best they played.
Yeah.
That must give you confidence that even though you weren't at your best, you beat them when they were at their best.
Yeah, well, in a way it does give us confidence knowing that we didn't play so well but still won the series. I know there was only a field goal that separated the teams at the end, but game 1 we were well off the mark there. Game 2 we improved a little bit in Sydney, but the Blues were they were very good that night and they took care of us. But we saved our best for last. That was in Brisbane. So we spoke about making sure that we're not warming into this series. We're starting out flat out from this first game, and we know we need to do that because we don't have the luxury of 2 home games. We've got to play 2 down in Sydney, and it's always tough playing down here.
Cam, so many rule changes this year, shoulder charge being one of them, but so many others. pressure on the refs tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Because Origin, we all know rules are different.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out when the first bloke takes the first kickoff up. We'll see if the shoulder charge rule's out. I guess we'll find out then. But yeah, our referees have got a very difficult job. They've not only club level but particularly state of origin level, where as I said, it's high pressure. It's not only high pressure for the players and high intensity for the players. It's high intensity for the referees as well. And I'm sure they don't want to be the ones that have a deciding decision in a game. They want to let the game play out and let the teams make the decision on who wins. So, but the two guys refereeing tomorrow, they're experienced. They've refereed big games before, and I think they refereed our club game last week, and I thought they did a very good job with the new interpretations of the rules. So, yeah, look, as long as it's refereed the same for both teams, everyone's happy.
Gordy made history when he called Harrigan. Have you ever been to that point where you think, oh my gosh, I'm so frustrated with you right now? And then how do you contain yourself and then keep a lid on JT?
Sorry, say that again?
How do you contain yourself and keep a lid on JT? When Gordy made history when he called Harrigan at you, obviously he's lost it by that point.
Look, I've got a good relationship with the referees. I reckon I show them respect, and that's I'd like to think that they show me respect as well. And I just try and approach them in a calm manner and talk to them like a normal person. And at the end of the day, we're all people. We're out there playing footy, but I talk to them as a normal person. And if I believe a decision is a little bit questionable, I'll go out and have a little discussion with the referees and get their opinion on it, and away we go. At the end of the day, we all know that you're not going to change a referee's decision after he's made it. It's okay to go and talk though, but there's times that you get frustrated, and there's times that you believe that it was the wrong call, but at the end of the day, the decision's made and you just need to get on with playing footy.
Are you putting out spot fires with JT though as well?
Look, I've got to tell I just got to tell JT to get back in the line, and I'll go talk to the referees, and I'll leave that to his cowboy job, I reckon.